everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. So I'm just coming on. 2024 has rung in, and there are all the sentiments of doing it right, and this is the year, and all the goals and aspirations for the new year's. You're just hearing them everywhere, right? And rightly so. I mean, oh my gosh, the new year is it's just filled with that feeling of newness and potential for all that it could be. It's almost like a clean slate to start, and an opportunity to maybe get some things right that you didn't get in the year before. And I'm hearing that everywhere, and everybody knows my situation of being jobless and houseless, and losing my home last year in 2023, having to sell quickly and get out, and not having an apartment to go to. And everybody knows from watching my previous videos that is my situation, and that is still my current situation. So if this is your first time joining one of my videos, or watching anything on my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to my story. Hope you'll stick around. I'm just over here trying to document a very, very difficult time in my life, and and hopefully I will not only just be documenting the different time, but documenting my process of recovery. Now, yeah, it's a new year, and my situation has not changed. I'm still living in the temp rental, and money has become extremely tight. I have now stopped paying my credit cards, or any bills that I can stop paying. I stopped paying them last month in December, to just keep money for paying this very, very high temp rental, trying to keep a roof over our heads. And I've got to tell you that even with that, doing that, it is very, very difficult. Now, I guess there's one thing that has changed since I had initially been denied my EI benefits. And the reason they had denied my benefits was, they said that my reason for leaving my job was not a good enough one. Now, first of all, I didn't leave my job, right? As I explained in one of my videos, I lost my job after I had to sell my house for financial reasons. This is what I told them. I lost my job for selling my house, having to sell my house for financial reasons. And because my position was a work from home position, and this company had a policy that they would not extend leave of absence. So because I sold my home and I didn't have nowhere to go immediately after, and I was staying in hotels, after my 8 days of vacation that I had accumulated for the year, after that ran out, they would not give me additional time until I could find somewhere and plug in. Now, I got a temp rental probably 2 weeks after I sold my home, I was able to get into the temp rental apartment, at which time I would have been able to plug in. But by that time, these people had already processed my resignation, right? So they literally did not give me any leeway for keeping my job. So they booted me out. I went for EI. EI said, nope, not a good enough reason to leave your job. So, of course, I appealed it, because after they told me that, I tried to wrap my brain around what they were telling me and to think, okay, did I do something wrong? Like, was there something else that I could have done to not make my situation as worse as it is? Because it was already bad. But then, you're living in hotels and you lose your job. That just made everything like 1,000 times worse than where I was at initially. So, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, they're telling me that it's not a good enough. What else? And I looked through that whole situation and I could not come up with any way that I could have prevented that, because the financial situation that I was in, I didn't have money to secure a rental before leaving my home. I had to wait for the money from the sale to be able to afford paying first and last month's rent and rental deposits. And like literally, in order to move into a new rental, I would have had to have had at least $7,000. I was behind on paying my mortgage. If I had $7,000, my mortgage would have been paid. So, I was in a situation where I had to wait until the money from the sale came in to be able to secure somewhere to live. So, I explained this. And my manager, he was so understanding. He understood, but he said it was really out of his hands, the policy. And, it just is what it is, right? So I, explained that, I had my vacation days, and when I was hoping that everything was going to work out, and before those 8 days were completed, and that I would be able to secure somewhere, and it just never worked out that way. So I appealed EI because I felt it was an unfair decision, and I won the appeal. The reviewer, when she called me, that was reviewing my file, she said, yes, I called your employer. I got, based on what the details you sent me and the timelines you sent me, she said they removed you pretty quick. She said your manager explained that you were a very good worker. I started the job role and I got promoted within 4 months, and I was in the team lead position, and I wasn't a slacker. I am not a slack worker. Like, that's not me. I have excellent work ethic, and I can toot my horn in that way because this is the reality. I am an excellent worker. About my camera going in and out of focus. So yeah, she said he spoke very highly of you, and he explained that it's just policy, and she said, I've reviewed your file and I'm not seeing where you could have done anything different. So she granted my EI benefits. So, that was that was a positive outcome, and was extremely helpful to my situation. I'm not in a way that it would relieve all my financial worries, because EI essentially is $800 every 2 weeks, and when you're in a rental that is $4,800 a month, that's not really doing much for you. But I am grateful nevertheless, because before getting that decision overturned, I was in a place of zero income, and whatever funds from the house that I had received last year, those funds are gone. Paying these high amounts, blew through that very, very quickly. So that's where I am now. And, it is a new year, and it's hard for sometimes for, if you're someone that's in a situation where everything has just systematically seems to have gone wrong, you just feel that you've tried and your efforts have seemed to have gone for naught. It is hard not to hear all these New Year's and this and that and aspirations of better and good and think, but I am absolutely not in that mind frame. I have made the decision that I will not think negative. Negative thoughts are not going to enter this year. Now, if I accomplish nothing else for this year, of course I've got goals. Of course I need to find employment. I need to find permanent housing. I have all of those that are on the plate. Those need to happen. But if I accomplish nothing else, I will be a positive person this year. I am not going to let all the negativity of everything that has happened, everything that's occurred, to put me in a place where I keep myself down. I think the only way forward is to manifest good things. And, I'm going to do that this year. And that's where I am keeping my focus this year. So for those of you who are in hard situations like myself, just remember that. Try to manifest good things. Think on the positive. And I believe that it'll happen because, it's already started. My daughter went for a job, since she left her job in September of last year. We thought she'd be able to find a job quickly. The Christmas holidays were around the corner because the job was too far for her from our rental. So we thought, she'll find something, and we're right by a big, huge shopping mall, right? She'll find something. Never happened, and the year just seemed to just not manifest anything good for us. But just a couple days ago, first week of the new year, and she had an interview, and they hired her right on the spot. She filled out papers, and there we go. So that's going to help our situation. She'll be able, mostly it's more important to me that she work on herself, that she's still in college. And, I haven't been able to help as much as I wanted to in the last few months. So now she'll be able to really, that weight is really off of my shoulders. I don't have to be worrying, oh my gosh, my daughter and her education and do I have to get her to drop out? I don't have to worry about all of that. So, that is good. And that is a very, very good start to the new year. So I'm holding on to all the good things. And even if it is a small achievement, I am going to celebrate those small achievements and keep my mind in a positive way of thinking, because I honestly believe that God is going to work out my situation. I know and I believe to my heart that my situation will work out. And it may not be the plan that I had in my mind for my life, but I know that it will work out, and I'll live a good life. So stay tuned for what this new year brings. And I'm hoping good things for you for the new year. Manifest those. Have faith in the Lord. Know that good things will come to you. Just trust Him. And that's where my mind is at for 2024. And we're going to take this journey together. You're going to see what wonderful things happen for me. And as I accomplish things, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to tell you. And if I have a setback, I am not going to be shy away from coming on here and telling you, listen, I've had another setback. But even in those setbacks, I am going to keep a positive mind. And we'll see where this journey takes me this year. 2024, I think we got this. That's it for this video. Thank you all so much for joining. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.